Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark Roden, and in today's video we are going to be ranking all Honda Civic generations from worst to best, in my humble opinion. Now obviously keep in mind, I'm not like the smartest human being out there. It's just my opinions on which ones I like more than the others. Alright. Media of the day is Call of Duty and Modern Warfare 3, the 2023 reboot of the original though. This is a very fast-paced COD, so if you're like an older guy and you like the slower-paced Call of Duties, you probably won't like this one too much. And to be honest, the campaign sucks in this COD, so if you're a campaign guy, also don't buy this. But for multiplayer purposes alone, man, this game felt so fluid. It felt so like just smooth all the time. It always just felt smooth and nice. I liked it a lot, so maybe go check it out if you're in the mood for a new first-person shooter. But without further ado, let's go right into it with ranking all Honda Civic generations. There are 11 total, and yeah, let's rank them. Number 11 coming in at first. Also, guys, I went to go get a haircut. Yeah, people in my comments kept being like, dude, your beard is getting out of hand. You look like a homeless person. I know. I went to go get a haircut the other day and also get the beard trimmed at the same time, and they were busy. And I'm not and I'm a man, so I don't make an appointment. Men don't make appointments to get their haircut. That's just not what we do. I feel like your balls shrivel up if you decide to do that. So I went in there and they were like, oh, sorry, we can't do it today. And oh man, that was so disappointing. But without further ado, going into it with number 11, in my opinion, the worst of the Honda Civic generations, but they're all good. And that is going, my friends, to the third generation of the Honda Civic. I feel like the third gen Civic, this is one right before the EF Civic. I feel like the third gen Civic, everyone just thinks is the EF Civic, but it's not. The EF Civic is just better. And if you're like, here's my problem with the third gen. Again, I think the EF is the better one for like that boxy retro 70s, 80s Civic. But also, if you're going for a classic Civic, it doesn't really fit the bill on that either. Like the first and second gens are both the classic Civics. The third gen is this weird gray area between classic and retro. I guess you could say like even 90s, like EGs and EK Civics are at this point retro, but you get what I'm saying, like that boxy styling, it just doesn't fit any area, in my opinion. I feel like the EF is just cooler for the boxy Civics, and the first and second gens are the classic ones. That's my humble opinion. I think it's the worst. It's also really ugly on the back. I'm sorry for any third gen Civic owners, but I cannot stand the rear ends of the third gen Civics. They're so ugly. Coming in at the number 10 spot, however, is going to be going to the second generation of the Honda Civic. I feel like the second gen Civic is just a worse first gen Civic in terms of like cool car points. Obviously, in terms of like actually being a daily driver and being like a good commuter car, obviously the second gen Civic made some improvements on the first gen. It was slightly larger, more safe, more practical, reliable, more comfortable probably. I get that, but obviously at this point you probably don't care about that stuff if you're looking at first or second gen Civics. If you're looking at first or second gen Civics in the big 2.6, you're looking at them because they're cool classic cars that you just want to build up and have something that's so unique and weird and out there and just silly. And the second gen is just, again, in my opinion, for that purpose, worse than the first gen. This is also a product of me being a younger guy, to be fair. I want to make that crystal clear. I'm almost 26 in 4 days, as a matter of fact. Yeah, happy early birthday to me. April 14th is my birthday. Yippee. 1 day before taxes are due. Great time to have a birthday. But no, that's my birth. I'm a young guy is what I'm trying to say. I'm 26. And so the older cars, they just don't really speak to me as much as the 90s and 2000s ones do. Coming in at the number 9 spot is again a car where I feel like the previous generation is just kind of cooler. The number 9 is the 9th gen Civic. The 9th gen Civic is a good car. It's got a K series. It's pretty fun. It's a nice car. The problem is, just like the 3rd gen, I feel like it's in a very weird gray area. If you want a K series, like lightweight, dirt cheap freaking Civic, then you're buying the 8th gen. Like it's just so much, it's cheaper, and there's just so much more that you could do with it, and it's just so much more like lighter and everything. But if you want one of the more modern ones, like the more modern, nice, you know, American Type Rs, and they're obviously still Japanese, but you get what I'm saying, the ones that are available as a Type R in America, then you're buying either the 10th or the 11th gen. The 9th gen is just in this weird gray area where I feel like it doesn't really scratch any itch. On top of all that, man, I think of all the Civic generations, every single one of them, the 9th gen is the most boring looking. Not a bad car, it just looks really, really boring compared to the rest of the Civics. And, you know, to be fair, Civics aren't the like, craziest looking cars out there. They're not meant to be. They're commuter cars. I get that. But this one in particular just looks so, like, blah. And here it is, one that most people probably thought was going to be dead last in my least favorite Civic generation, but I actually feel like the Civic is a little bit overhated. Still don't like it that much, but it's the seventh generation, the EP3 Civics. I listen, again, I understand that they're not as good of a car as the EKs, and just like every car we've talked about so far, they're in a weird gray area. I understand that, and the 7th gens definitely, in terms of looks alone, are probably the ugliest. Plain and simple. The 7th gen Civics are probably one of the uglier Civic generations for sure. I get that, but I do think that they are still lightweight little cars that can absolutely 110% be fun if what you're looking for is a lightweight front wheel drive little fun hatchback. Again, am I going to choose a 7th gen over a 6th gen or a 5th gen or any car that we have already have to talk about? Obviously not. That's why I sat here at the number 8 spot, but I think it's better than some of them. Coming in at the number 7 spot, however, I don't give a tiny rat's rectum, man. I'm saying it and I'm not going back on it. It's the 10th gen, the FK8s, the ones that were riced from factory. Everybody said, I'm not going back on it. I'm going to say it here and I'm going to say it now. I think modern Civics are extremely overhated. I don't understand why people act like just because the Civic is new, it's automatically bad. I think the FK8s and the FL5s are actually pretty cool cars. The only reason why I'm not putting the 10th gen any higher is because I do personally think that the 11th gen is just like kind of did what everything that the 10th gen set out to do, but just better overall personally. But the 10th gen Civics are still incredible cars. I love them. I think they're freaking sick. Every time I see them, I think they look really cool. Again, people can say they're riced from factory all they want. They probably are riced from factory. I know they have some fake vents on them and stuff like that. I get it. That is kind of riced from factory. Sure, fair enough. But I still like them. I think they're really cool cars. And they're turbocharged. Like, that's just, I don't know, that's just cool. Turbo from factory, it's cool. Coming in at the number 6 spot, though, you gotta give credit to pay your respects to your elders, man. You gotta do it. It's the first generation, the first ever generation of the Honda Civic. I believe it was made in the 60s, maybe the 70s, so I could be wrong on that, but I believe it was late 60s, if not early 70s. And I've only seen a handful of these in real life. They're very rare, obviously, because they're so old at this point. But man, there's something special about them. Even if they did, like, obviously it gives a little bit of credit because it was the first generation. Like, the first of anything always gets a little bit of credit because it's started it all, right? And you gotta pay your respects on that. But on top of that, even if it didn't start it, this is just a cool little car. Like I said, I've seen a couple in person. Dude, they have more space than you would think, first of all, too, which is something crazy that I just thought is worth mentioning. I sat in my buddy's first gen Civic before. It has more space than my Integra. I don't get how that's possible, but it does. I had more legroom and more headroom in that car than I did in my freaking Integra. And they're just so cool. If you want like a classic Japanese JDM beast, this is what you buy. Well, beast, you know what I mean by that. I don't mean beast as in like performance beast. It's obviously not in that aspect, but JDM legend, this is what you buy. And coming in at the number 5 spot, though, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be going to the 11th generation of the Honda Civic. This is obviously the newest generation of the Honda Civic, the FL5 Civics. I love them, man. I think they're massively overhated. I think just like people nowadays just have this weird idea where it's like, if it's in the car community at least, where like if it's new, it's automatically bad. And I think that's just the stupidest thing you could ever say possibly, because this is proof right here. The 11th gen Civic, the FL5 Civics, is proof alone that that's not true. The FL5 Civics are sick cars. They look incredible, first of all, in person. They're so wide, so aggressive looking. They look sick. So that's obviously great. But then obviously in terms of performance, it's also the best the Civic has ever been in terms of like lap times and stuff like that. Obviously in terms of like raw driving feel, raw driving experience, enthusiast performance, it may not scratch the itch, but it is such a cool car. I love the FL5 Civics. I'd love to own one day. And coming in at the number 4 spot, if you've ever watched a Mark Roden video, then you know how I feel about these cars. I think they're really good cars. It's the 8th generation of the Honda Civic. There is this little bit of a like idea, I guess you could say, this little mindset, I guess, about the 8th gen Civics, and people saying that they're ugly cars. To those people I say, have you ever looked at a sedan? Because I understand where they're coming from with the coupes. I think the coupe 8th gens aren't the best looking cars, but I think the sedan 8th gen Civics are incredible looking cars with some simple mods. Like a bone stock one, yeah, sure, it's a little bit boring, but that's every Civic ever created. Like a bone stock EG is not a cool looking car. A bone stock EK is not a cool looking car. It takes some time to make them look cool, just like the 8th gen Civics, and they can look really nice. On top of that, I think they're the best version of that like 2000s, you know, classic 90s to modern era shift of Civic we got. I think the 7th gen is way too slow and way too underperforming. Then I think the 9th gen is too boring and just looks too civilian. The 8th gen is a perfect mixture of the bunch. I love them a lot. And they're like one of the cheapest Civics you can buy right now, which is awesome. However, coming in at 3rd place, we're getting to the big boys, we're getting to the heavy hitters now, we're getting to the absolute legendary Civics, and in my opinion, the 3rd best Civic of all time is the 4th generation, or the EF Civic. The EF Civic, man, is a cool car. The only reason why I'm not putting the EF Civic higher than the 5th gen, or the 6th gen, obviously, is because I feel like they just do what the EF wanted to do, but better. Like, the EF Civic was a great car, don't get me wrong, but the 5th gen is where they really started to, like, push the Civic to be a performance car, I would say, not just a civilian car, and it kind of shows. Like, the EF Civic is still, like, missing a couple of the performance aspects you would expect to see in these 90s Civics and stuff like that. Still an incredible car though, and this is what I meant by the 3rd gen, like just looking bad. The 4th gen is just like looks exactly like a 3rd gen, but just so much cooler in every way too. It's so much lighter too, or not lighter than the 3rd gen, but it's lighter than like the cars that we've been talking about so far. It's an awesome car. And coming in at 2nd place, this was a hard choice, obviously, between the top 2, but obviously if you are paying attention, then you know that means you know what my 1st place choice is going to be, because 2nd place, in my opinion, is the 5th generation, or the EG Civics. The EG Civics, man, oh, they weigh only 100 pounds more than a Mazda Miata NA. Like, good gravy. How can you not like that? How can that not, like, just spark it? Like interest in these cars in your minds. I don't understand how you could be a car guy and not just be like, that is so freaking cool. The EG Civics are damn near perfect. They would be perfect if it wasn't for the 6th gens. If it wasn't for what came slightly after these cars, they would quite literally be the most perfect Civic we've ever had, plain and simple. But obviously 1st place, in my opinion, is going to be going to the 6th generation, or the EK Civics. I mean, geez Louise, there's just... It is quite literally damn near perfect. Here's the only slight argument you can make about the EG deserving the spot over the EK. The EG is lighter. That is a fair argument. That's a fair assessment to make about the EK Civic. The EK Civic is slightly heavier than the 5th gen or the EGs, but they're still lightweight as shit. They're still extremely lightweight. They have a B series for most of them. Well, for some of them, I should say, not most of them, but for some of them, they have a B series. The EK9 Civic Type R, first of all, version of a Civic Type R we've ever had, obviously, which is super cool to see. And there's nothing bad about a 6th gen Civic. They're also really cheap right now. Like, they're cheaper than a EG, which is kind of crazy. It doesn't really make much sense, but they are. They're cheaper than an EG. Like, they're just, I don't know. I love them. And I'm going to be honest, hot take here. I actually think the coupe 6th gens look better than the hatchback 6th gens. The EJs, I think they're called. I think those look better. No, EMs. That's what they are. The EM1s. I think the EM1 Civic 6th gens look so much cooler than the EK Civic hatchbacks. They're better. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video, ranking all 11 Honda Civic generations from worst to best. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Let me know what other videos I'd see in the comment section down below. Check the links in the description for any of my other social medias, or any of my other YouTube channels, or any of that great mumbo jumbo. And yeah, guys, I guess that's pretty much it. Let me know if you guys want to see other videos similar to this, so we could do like the ranking all the Corvette generations, ranking all Fairlady Z generations, I don't know, ranking all whatever, Miata generations, whatever. We could do all kinds of like different little style videos for this. Some of them are just like too small. Like, you can't like really do like a video ranking all. Well, I guess Miata generate. Yeah, you can. Yeah, so Miata, you couldn't really do a video ranking all the Miata generations because there's only 4, right? So it's like, how would you make a video long enough to do that? You know what I mean? And entertaining enough. You could do like a YouTube Shorts, I guess, doing that, but that would be it. But yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed it. Also, get outside, man. If you guys live up in the New England areas, and obviously it's around April time, it's around that time of year where it starts to get warm outside, and today was one of those days. It was like in the 60s, dude. I went outside in my shorts and short sleeves and flip-flops. It was just magnificent. It's like, God, the winter is so depressing. Like, winter is the most depressing time of the year. I'm not going back on it. It's just miserable. And the second it hits this time of year where it's like April time and it's starting to like it's spring, starting to transition from winter to spring, or winter to summer. Man, is it perfect. I have a hair stuck on my, there we go, got it. That was so annoying. Dude, it was there the entire episode, the entire video, the entire time I was talking. I had this hair on my nose, and I was trying to go like this to get it off. I couldn't find it. Finally got it off. But anyways, yeah, go outside, man, if you haven't already recently. It's so nice out. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Das Vidania, and have a nice night.